taking
Pretty cool. And then we have the TP in and we crunch. Didn't work out, but the idea. 4v5, 3-person stack, maybe going to get a little bit aggro at one point, we'll see.
It's only Boo
What am I reading?
Heretics waiting on this B side. He's on long and has the ability to get out of here by taking the teleporter. Now that he's crossed back, he'll be falling to the site and hoping they don't catch him from hookah.
Love that, Allison.
Were heard, and there's the info. He's seen so many of them. The molly to slow them
down.
Everything
went well, dude.
I thought he would have went back to the site already. Instead, he's going to nestle his spot underneath inside hookah. Oh, he's got a little gap in the wall. I love this. And he smoked himself off.
It's so ratty. The support util as well is even better from Woot.
And that's classic. What is that duel? Dude, why does everyone crouch so much in the Ghost duels? It makes it so awkward sometimes. So hard to hit. Very doable. We got some low HPs here, 2v2.
Into their favor, but Wingman has managed to get that plant off. The spot of at least one of them as the
whoa, I wasn't favoring these two for that.
Heretics, the round still goes Vitality's way.
Yeah, there were some great punish kills there. We said the fact that he grabs the information on long, mollies it off, and Boo goes back into hookah, finds the spot. Reveal comes, I think, through the TP, and it's gorgeous. Problem is,
I thought the original idea from
I think it comes down to something as simple as that. There were opportunities
from
here
Heretics
for
was
big
pretty
damage
cool.
to be done. But individuals on
I wonder
the
how
side
that one's been working in practice.
Are able to win their duels. Boo getting out is great. They punish the player jumping out, but from there, it's just free reign. Able to constantly take duels without the punish. Pistol under their belt.
Yeah, ready for this.
He just joined us. Two things. One, the HUD will be back soon.
Yeah, HUD is gone. Do you want me to?
Two, this game is
Vitality.
for Vitality.
Can I fit the one in here?
They are going
do
to
that
champions.
after.
Nothing can change that from this point onwards. For Vitality, they need to win either this game or the game in the lower bracket. And I'm going to put it this way. It might be a little bit nicer to get it done first time.
Oh, yeah.
I think even when you look at form currently, like the Heretics have been winning their games, but they've been close. Whereas you look at the likes of Foot, Dave looked incredible. Fnatic have been getting better and better with Hero as they go along. And I wouldn't like to play either of those teams.
Background of the HUD.
Get it done
right.
Here and now.
There are a lot of 2 deaths on this one. Double Sheriff, so maybe Vitality might look into the Outlaw.
And a lot of the players have ever made it there.
They've taken space on A.
Yeah, Wingman doesn't get stopped by the nade on this. Kicks is the main one, really, who would want a lot of these kills.
Indeed, for all of the parts. They've managed to find one onto Runner. He only had a ghost himself, so no free upgrades to be found. And with Rienz as the last man alive and very much known to be around this angle.
He gets one, so 2 away. So not going to be having it into the next round, you would imagine. Well, or maybe all plant.
And this makes them pretty well armed coming into round number 3 to fight Heretics full buy.
Yeah, it puts them in a decent position, that's for sure. Vitality have looked fantastic throughout this match.
What is that?
Winning the bonus set them up nicely. Obviously, as Sue mentioned, this is Runner's first time on Viper, so something we need to keep an eye on. But again, like he said it in a previous interview, he feels like the
Sentinel they actually do go for it.
Is the easiest role. This is sort of the quasi-Sentinel controller, so we'll see if that's still the case. The Heretics already taking pretty aggressive control. Deep within the showers. But
he actually might get the duel on the Brim. Yeah, this might work.
I don't see too much Outlaw on this map. From attackers specifically, you can use it towards B long, try to grab the long-range fights on A as well.
I like this. We got a boom ball that clears the left side. We got a TP into the corner.
Over time, you get sectioned off into these
and we are
fights. Smoke's covering a lot of distance now. Already crept into the corner here. They do not look aware of this at all.
Oh my God!
He's got his back turned with players on the other side. It's free.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, Miniboo gets one shot as well. That's the light armor we were talking about. And with this as well, Kix picks up the orb, gets the plant down. Kix has all. If he wants to secure it, he could even just chill. Bombs have come in that he's bagged up Woot.
Might just opt to fall back off of this one, especially with Thrash available.
Yeah, and the Dizzy just didn't flash past this corner. Pretty much stopped here.
Feel a little hard done by, but it was definitely worthwhile. And Woot is basically waiting to see if anybody gives him the face. Now Boo, don't tell me he's going to get away with it. Oh, thank God, somebody finally kills a man that should have been dead long, long ago. But even still, a hell of a lot for Boo still to do. The time
Yeah,
already
Wingman
ticking
ran
down,
over the
not
whole of
having
the site to
knowledge
plant at the
of where
back.
these players are. Going
Shot.
for it might be risky,
Wait, you have a
but he's
molly.
managed to find one of them
Oh, he actually has a
quickly.
molly.
Even still, getting the plant from here is not going to be
Hey,
possible.
great
The
nade.
nade will deny it, and Safe was just playing the game to make
Good
sure
damage,
that
but
it's denied.
that's a
It will
bonus
be a
round. They'll
triple
take that
kill for
all
Boo,
day.
But Vitality won't care.
No, 3-0 on the board. They're just watching the rounds rise as their lead
Yeah,
is
nice,
extended on further and
nice
further.
little default though. I like it a lot.
Heretics, well, it's not the start they were looking for. Losing
He's,
the
he's
pistol,
meant to
this is
flash
utterly
long in case
ridiculous.
they'd say contact over
The fact
towards
that
long.
He, is just sat, paranoia in hand,
just gets an absolute
crouched in the
freebie.
corner. The freest kill of your life, and a beautiful double connection by Runner 2. Light shields and then into heavy, but he leaves Wood on 10 HP with almost no
really
chance
good.
to survive. And, well, a headshot like that doesn't really take the HP into account. That's a 3-0 start. Safe 4-1. This is a factor of Vitality. If we saw Safe slow down, have a rough start, map might be over. He has been such a big factor, especially on Sunset. And it's good to see the win in his sails early on. Now, a lot of weaknesses for Heretics in this round. One of the pistols is already dealt with, and Benji and Miniboo also have some light shields across the board too, which makes Runner a deadly threat. But Benji Fishy's quick to adjust.
And Miniboo goes and picks up the
for
gun.
Benji.
Oh,
His
what?
shot is
Oh my.
clean. Benji
That's-
Fishy 4K
that's
has
one way
put
to do it.
Heretics probably on the board with 30 HP left. He's looking for the ace, and well, he's gonna have a chance for it. The shot fired doesn't land onto Trex, and he's sneaking ever closer to the angle. Here's your chance, Benji. Safety.
It is
Benji Fishy matches.
lovely. He got it, yeah.
Round up for Heretics.
He finally got it.
He had to sit back down to retrieve the gun. He was celebrating so much he forgot that he only had a pistol in that round. An ace that, well, it's going to be difficult.
I mean,
to
what
forget
an
for
ace
him,
as
but
well.
also
Just
the
out of
players
range of the
over on
fade
other
eye.
side, as clean as can be for the first three, and well, a little bit of help from his friends in the end, but what a round.
That's so good.
beautiful.
Did he actually pick up the gun? Yeah, he did, he did.
Just a quick switch. Oh, well. That's one way to put a round on the board. Said in the last map, just a few pistols for Heretics. You can't count them out. Gotta fight for every round. And, well, certainly
I
true
walks onto
here.
this one.
There you
Oh,
go.
the
The
run
showstopper's come
forwards.
Benji, he's unkillable.
I love the move
But he
though.
seemed to be immortal.
W against the
Eventually, he's
Razor.
dropped.
Everyone's gonna think he's gonna
Descender
move backwards.
lands the shot,
He gave himself a
deletes the
chance.
pit, and
He
grabs the flag for the
did get rid of the Viper.
Oh,
Did get rid of the Viper over.
Information definitely there. A lot of counter utility being expended. And in
Whoa,
fact,
it's a lot of
Miniboo's gonna make
ults,
a play
man.
off of it. He wants to try and get back into this round. 2 kills already. The trade's thick and fast, keeping this one at least even for the moment, but retreating might be difficult.
50.
Runner is going to take a nasty tag, and there's nowhere to go but back into the fray. The spike down on the deck, and a crossfire that's not going to be easy to break. Miniboo has been fighting tooth and nail throughout this round, but he is waiting for the contact of his teammate Boo. And there should be no way out of this round. It would have to be an
Very
immediate
nice.
response, and while it's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
mean,
be
this
needed,
was
Boo is going to find the frag.
Vitality, Fish,
A
Razor
4-4
on
round by
defense.
either
What?
side, but
Fade,
Heretics look like they're
Viper.
back.
Oh, they absolutely do.
Grim.
An ace from Benji.
They all had a big understanding. This
Even
was
after he goes
this was a
down
big
like
round
that,
to break the
a
econ of the
big
other team.
response coming out of Miniboo. These 2 kills were gorgeous. Lands a third around the site. Seconds later,
The fatal was really
emerge
good.
from the smoke
Really,
they
really
needed.
good.
And Benji's got to be looking across him like, it's not an ace. And you had a rifle.
It's not bad. It's not bad. An early pause again. This is something that has become a big part of Vitality. With Gorilla at the helm, is just taking these pauses as early as needed.
Oh
It's
boy,
not really worth investing much.
completely in the bin.
In Heretics fashion.
Yeah, and that's the official we're talking about. If they need it into this round, Fade Eye goes over towards Showers, doesn't spot anything. No, the Showers is clear.
Space taken by Safe. Even causing rotations. You can see Rian's making it to the spawn just now. He'll be reinforcing the A site, but it's only one man here. Causing all this chaos. And leaving B a little bit more open for the rest of the squad. Thrash might grab some info though. This could be valuable. In fact, it's cleared out the
Oh, and
site.
there would be a win if he went through the TP. That was pretty smart. Yeah, they're probably just happy they got the official out of them, to be honest. I like the Heretics are just infusing official and an eco, just trying to make sure they get their money good.
The rest of the team already in position as well.
Might even use the Fatal.
Crash going to be sent out. So much info
Oh,
already there. It's actually
boy.
Miniboo. That's a
Uh-oh.
mistake. He he was right in front of everyone, and because of that, there are guns to be had. He's almost hand-delivered one. In fact,
Fatal hits 3, but they don't take too much space of it, other than Benji.
Pit also used. This is now a problematic scenario. Safe has already found another.
What the hell? That was a double headshot.
Scenario, a 2v2. The health going back up, but Sender's in a great position, and now it's left all on to Benji. It's going to be a pace save.
Big round, yeah, they messed up with official.
For Vitality, but I also feel like that comes more at the hands of Heretics.
Yeah, they've got
official fatal. So just as there was a lot of ult from Vitality earlier, get the same back.
It was the Viper, but it was a free kill.
Dude, they had no guns into this. What do they actually have? Frenzy, Sheriff, Ghost, or something.
I said that should have been an equalized, and it started out well. They yeah, it was.
Oh, what is that?
It was Runner as well that was detained by it. So a free kill that drops the pit and gets rid of most of the danger of this round. And instead, a timing, a tiny adjustment, a little bit later.
Yeah, really good for these two money-wise as well.
4-2, Vitality. They've had a couple of rounds by a narrow margin. That one there's got to feel good.
I mean, that one there was impressive, though. Inside one over towards here, used official. He reacted very well with official. And then him reacting like this, the official, and then not going through the TP, kind of won him the round where they team ulted.
Ultimates, other than that, at a minimal. Again, the lean in a lot of these early rounds has been towards that B site. They've looked to challenge
so
that side of the map.
Pressure over towards here. They're not going to re-clear it after what happened with the Omen.
Some presence on that side. Instead, it's going to be the rotation in the other direction. The thing they have to be wary of is how far forward Wook currently sits. Maybe not the best gun for the job, but he's denying the space. And in fact, they're going to try and wrap him behind him.
It's a lot of space, man.
They got to be careful here.
I was going to say Woot is in trouble.
Brazenly swinging into the angle, and Safe is too happy to punish.
Yeah,
Who left the 36 is in trouble.
Doesn't want to plant.
This is the round they want to fight for. The showstopper not going to land, and the pressure applied right after from both
this
sides.
Didn't go great.
It's Safe to find each kill. All three have been him, one with a nade, and two with the rifle. And now we look to Rienz and Benji Fishy. 2 versus 5 on the retake. They're not feeling it. This isn't the time to make their last stand. Vitality have claimed another round. 5-2 in the lead. This should have been Heretics at least.
1,000 for the people that are alive. 2-4 for the people that are dead. Not good enough to get a buy. Give me a low one.
With this, presumably, and the Luthia flawed.
If they keep hold of the guns.
With 4 players left alive, so that's something.
Oh, you know, I don't know if it would have counted as a flawless anyway. There's people alive, right? I think it only counts if you have to kill them.
Yeah, it might be. Well, they're trying. They're
going for the Nats.
Cleared Benji.
Yeah, he had an idea.
Well.
And
He's seconds away from his inevitable demise, but the time will.
Wonder if he saw the gun or if he literally just spammed it.
At least 5-2. Vitality off to a flyer, winning the bonus. A couple of seemingly blips on their radar, and then more importantly, this man is just going insane.
Oh, good.
We know the caliber that Safe brings to a team. We knew it at the time of his joining. We were waiting.
So score and attack here.
This is the kind of game I expected to see, but the shoe's on the other foot. It was Heretics I expected to be locking Vitality out of so many of these engagements. And if you run it back earlier in the season, that's probably what you get.
K-Corp? Yeah, this must be a horrible one to watch for K-Corp. People that don't know if Vitality win this, K-Corp are out.
And then
won't get the 4th spot for champs.
Not 1, but 2 maps where they have had unbelievable streaks. As I said, it was 10-0 in matches, or 10 in a row for the side of Heretics on Sunset. 6 in a row here. If they were to break both of those in 1 match to qualify them for champions, hey, we might actually have to talk about what damage this
drive is ready, I guess.
Because that's the storyline at the moment is, okay, EMEA, yeah, sure. We expect stuff from Fnatic. We expect stuff from Heretics. Foot have looked good. But the 4th team, what are the 4th team going to do? Well, if the 4th team
Thank you for that chat.
Heretics,
Didn't quite see it as well, so glad you all repeated it.
In itself. This round, plant down. 1 gun for Rienz, everyone else just on pistols.
You might regret that, Tom. Benji was able to do it. Oh, kicks.
Oh, I mean, the floor is lava, but he tanks his own one. Oh, you're smart, boy. Let's go.
Down to a 3 versus 3. Rians and Boo very low. The fuse already half. They've got to get out there. They've got to stop it. They do just that. Nice shot by Sender. Resets for the push behind him. And every step of the way here in that 3v3. Vitality, we're ready. 6 on the board. No upset. No pistol ace for Heretics this time. And in fact, there will be a pause with this lead going convincingly to Vitality. This is probably the right time.
It's slipping away.
It's understandable. Like, there's no doubt that heading into that attack side can be a turning point for Heretics. Like, we've seen it. Again, you talk about their victory versus Coin GX 7-3 in the end to close out what was a solid defensive half. A 9-3 when they played it versus Na'Vi. So they could definitely do it. But it's just the fact that Vitality have proven time and time again that even if the going gets tough, even if rounds start going back the other way, they can break those rounds, and you need to give yourself enough wiggle room, because right now you've got an ace and then a follow-up round after that, which again came incredibly close with Miniboo making a huge play. Other than that, everything else has gone the way of Vitality.
Towards long. Even change up the wall from Vitality. This kind of means that they want to save their smoke, though. Is that a little bit too obvious? They're about to use their smoke over towards B.
Might be the same result.
Yeah, this wall might be a tell, but again, it's a new comp that they haven't shown, so don't really have anything to judge this off of. Oh man, the util right now is great, and we have a smoke over towards spawn. Smoke did kind of miss, but still does a similar job.
There is a thrash for Rians. That kill's huge. Okay, equalizing the numbers and taking away the main smoke.
Official for official.
Down, but thrash now going through, clearing out the back and finding one for free.
Oh, do we go for a spam?
It's going to deny Rians. Annoyingly, he's actually the player that has themselves.
They went for it for a little bit. Sender definitely had a ping out here.
Online, so a counter thrash, immediate, and that leaves Runner in trouble. But obviously, Rians is a little bit worried. There's another player there, and he was right. But he catches both with the flash.
Retake.
Leaves one blind for Woot to kill, kills the other
That's
himself.
sure.
Now it's left to safe.
Yeah.
But this time there is
Looks
no
like
hope.
it missed,
Woot
I guess.
will be there to shut him out. As a 4v4
this is a great
4v5
retake. The official was
flawless
the one.
in a different sense.
I don't know what was said during that pause,
They somehow got the spam through the wall. That would have been everything. They maybe should have gone heavier from the spam through the wall, knowing that it was the Gecko, but it's so hard to calm that.
That would motivate you, would it?
Definitely.
Okay. Well,
only from Weber, though.
We're gonna do nothing but win our rank games from now on. I'll get him in the coach slot.
To be honest, if we're
playing
Weber, we'll win.
We're sorted. We're out. The diamond ascendant lobbies are gonna be terrorized. But 6-3, Vitality. Oh, they've got a good amount of rounds here on the attack. We know that, as you said earlier, Tom, the pace could definitely change.
Yeah.
Once Heretics move to the attack, you want to see a good buffer built up for this current attacking side, and they're spread. One man on every position across the map with Hookah double down on. They'll prod for some space. They're not intending to take it here. Not yet.
Flashed.
Changing up the defaults a little bit. It's done like 3 different variations. Done Boombot on its own, Boombot with TP, Boombot with a flash.
Possible tick of that Prowler. You're gonna know that there's at least a couple of players here. Again, constant control of showers is a big part of things for Heretics. In fact, 3 players there this time to try and challenge versus Trex, but thus far in the game he's done well. He's got to be careful. They might be a little bit further forward than he's expecting them to be. In fact,
they are. I mean, they're next to him.
He's taken so much damage.
In reaction, they can take spawn. Do they take spawn?
They like to combine with him to wrap around
like this,
and surround the players. That can't happen.
Yeah, I think they realized
there's the Omen.
got thrown through that he's
actually needed to Omen ult here, but either way.
Content to force the fight. Nice reveal. Where's the follow? There it is. The shot lands eventually, and will lose his life on an ambitious play while blinded. But the rest of the squad still holding strong with Sender up top. He's got 2 players coming right at him. Not an easy fight to win, and not one he'll claim. Safe now. Last man standing. Something makes me believe he can win that from what I've seen before, but not this time.
I liked Vitality, what they did here.
Well-oiled machine.
This push towards spawn is good, but I think the Omen ult is just like an overcook, because then they know the exact reaction what they've done. They're expecting to be close, and the fact it's not planted, it's planted in front of sight. They needed like 1 extra person to be fighting there. I also like the fact that Heretics have just been very proactive now. 3-person late push showers.
Given credit to this team is that considering they're
it's not planting for spawn. Yeah, but that's why they kind of needed 2 people here, right? The double push here from them not having showers was fine, because then they can get the kills here, then they can focus, but they needed the other 2 to kind of go heavy lamps and just make sure that they're just dueling out towards here.
could get back
They could have
together
literally
and group
done
up.
like 1, 2, and
still,
then these
though,
2 spawn. Right, this would have been
Good
perfect.
opportunity for a big
Crossfire on the showers.
mini boot. Oh, just been picked out of the sky. Trying to make more of a solo play. Basically the opposite of what I was saying about the last 2 rounds.
And we're talking about them going proactive, and that's definitely something.
Not
That's
ideal.
the ult down.
Rian's threw Dizzy up as well, but those players were too far back to get caught by it.
It might be because Trex has been playing solo outside of Ace.
Yeah,
often.
could be.
So they just went, okay, that guy's been showers like 3, 4 rounds. Let's just try and kill him. And instead, there's 4 players.
Yeah, they've also been doing this default all the
grouped up
time,
a
right? They're
bit
taking
more
like
to
hookah
take that
fast, so they
fight.
do think
They
it's
get
less
hit by
people
the
here.
Dizzy.
I feel like Vitality are doing an
2
insanely
kills
good
probably.
job at
So how
changing up
grouped up they were.
what they're doing on
Yeah, just the
attack
fact
all the
Vitality
time.
have so many players backed off, clear from the flash.
Well.
It's a problem. And now the stack up from Heretics towards the A side after initial contact. They expect the play to come in. Viper walls up, causing problems. They could be crossing. They could be close, about to burst around the corner and take the fight against Boo. And now the utilities fall and they realize no one's here. Well, they're going to feel a little bit silly because the plant clearly focused on the B site.
What do they even do? 4v5
From
retake.
Vitality's perspective, this side could be stacked.
30 seconds left.
So they're still going to do their
Double
due diligence.
TP. Oh, that's
Udo,
good.
again, it's him every time. Each time there's a spot
Now they're in
where
a
you go,
pretty good
okay,
spot to use
this is gonna
Fatal.
have to be a 4v5 retake.
Yeah,
He finds a
Vitality
kill that's
again.
high
Good reaction
impact,
to take some
giving
map
them a
control over
chance
towards
in a
side.
round that was looking bleak.
Woot sending his utility through the TP to open the door. You have
It's
almost
one.
no time to react. The guy materializes and instantly is shooting at your head. Very hard to react to. And a good punish. Taking a player off the side of Vitality for the post plant. Now split into 2 sides.
Boo gets
You've
a
got
kill,
Long,
he gets
and
his
you've got
ult.
Elbow to deal
Oh,
with,
there goes
and it's
Boo.
not easy. Safe falls after just 1 though. And the
Dude,
plant
Wingman is
to
just
defuse. In fact,
doing
already
it.
halfway. They've got to be
Yeah,
careful.
the extra
And
pressure
indeed,
of Wingman
there
here
is
was
a big swing from the
very
side of
nice.
Vitality, conscious that the defuse could be coming through any second, and they face into a lot
Yeah,
of guns.
again, their reaction
This
here
has
was
been
good.
really impressive.
Vitality's
Like,
reaction
these
to
last
push
few
side was
rounds,
good, but I also
even
think
when there's
Heretics'
been
reaction to
a
manage to go
loss,
through
which has happened
TP
in
and
most
catch
of them,
one
they're
really
fighting
paid off.
back 4v5. I think
They're,
every single round except last.
Heretics have been
Yeah, the flash actually
way,
does catch safe, it's just that he had
way
support.
riskier.
That
Oh,
was
this
it. They
was
wanted
nice.
to
Good
try and
baiting.
almost play
Heretics are
off
being
of
just
that, but
super
this
risky
is
at the
it.
moment.
It's
Right,
Boo
round
getting
before,
one back,
3-person
and then in the
push hours,
retakes, they've
just like a
been
late
perfect.
timing.
Rian's
Now
holding the
4-person
line, Woot
stack
making
in the
sure nobody else
4v5.
can get out.
They're
Long.
just
You
doing
wouldn't expect in each of these
unpredictable
retakes, it's
stuff
either
to try
been
give them
even
an
or
edge
a
in.
disadvantage, and they're coming out on top with that many players standing.
Now starting to build up some momentum. The defenders.
Ah,
They said we
this
wanted to
guy
see
is so
Vitality out with
wrecked.
a big lead.
Whoa.
At least some foundations to play from. Hello. Safe's right up
incredible.
close. There could still be a chance. A 2-round gap and a pistol. Start to run away with it. Put up enough of a buffer that Heretics' attack side won't be quite as scary. With Woot down, with Mini Boot down, it looks like that's the reality we live in.
And safe is so
Plant
good.
to be secured any second now. It's safe planting, and that's a showstopper online. 1 target left to find. Benji Fishy up against the world. Not just the 4 players, but the rocket launcher of safe that he's all too keen to use. Last round, he ain't going to be using it in the next, and, well, yeah.
No chance.
Pick your poison,
That's
a rocket
both
or a
times.
sniper.
Both times
Great half
he's
from
used
them.
the showstopper. Runner has killed the guy before he gets to fire it. Just a little bit too quick, but he's not going to mind. A last round to at least cement them the lead, but as we've said many a time, going onto this attack side, you're talking about clean halves. Again, you look back.
Yeah, nade to lock him in.
What,
Dude, I love
well,
whoever's
there you
doing
go,
like
6
their
times they've played
mid-rounding
this
at the
map.
moment.
I think
Or
the
just
most
even like the
anybody
shot
has
calls of
managed
just like
4
let's push
rounds. That
here.
was, on
Like
the
it's very
attack
good.
side.
Right,
That
there
was
has to be
unruly.
anyone. Could be different people in the
Vitality is-
different rounds as well.
Gonna carry a lot of weight here in this pistol, and that started out beautifully. Another nade for safe, but he won't get to
Oh,
fire
the
it off.
wall
Luckily,
into the
Sender's
nade
already
was
here.
savage.
Although Boo drops him, he's got 2 more to deal with. Spike down in the open, and he's a little slow getting there. He didn't know the other players weren't on site, but now they most certainly are. Stacked up and ready with a Viper wall blocking him out. Thought he was gonna go back, play around through hookah, but I think he probably has a better chance walking out along without having to make the jump.
This is the thing. Well, Trex has spotted an angle. It's probably the last man you want to be up against in these sort of positions. The most cerebral player when it comes to Team Heretics. They're trying to fight this one together, but he's not giving them a chance. Looking for some shots.
A higher,
Through
lower.
the screen. Molotov just to make sure nobody snuck into the close corner.
Very nicely
Well,
handled.
The high-low.
Double,
is not
right?
gonna be
Double
broken
pistol in this map.
time around. Lead extended for Vitality. Pistol not going in the direction of Heretics as they would have hoped. That is now both of them going the way of Vitality. And they now find themselves just 5 rounds away
Look at that nade. Is the
from
most
making that trip to Seoul.
insane timing.
Joining
Player standing.
the other 3 EMEA teams looking to fight for the region, but as we've said already, until it's not over until it's over, and Heretics, well, they want to take that easy route to the grand final. It's where we expect them to be heading.
All eco.
Still have a few
everyone from Vitality buying up on this one. They do not want to get eco. They don't want to mess it up. Kind of just tanking a little bit of a worse bonus, but I think they're okay with that.
Although Miniboo's very close and Sender's close to death. He'll fall back. He'll fall back. Hello?
Wait.
He's 5 HP. He'll fall back. No. He'll keep fighting.
Yeah, he did just carry on dueling. I mean, he had his team.
Honestly, a little bit of a ludicrous
it was alright.
And Trex, he doesn't even take the upgrade. Goes in with the stinger. Vitality feeling confident, looking confident, and now 9 on the board.
Okay, yeah, they get the Bulldog.
Definitely not.
Dude, it's actually a really good bonus, yeah.
Farming
got the Bulldog.
From the shadows of the lot that they have. It is definitely at the bottom, but hey, it's only going to be a stinger that ends up being lost and a few shields along the way. This, though, is where Vitality are coming up against the buy. Where Heretics will have those rifles, full shields on every single player, and the expectation again is this is where the tide will turn, but we've been saying that for a while now. Said it on the previous map, saying it here, and again, it's a
always be doing heavy lifting, should always be at the top.
Like it's so criminal that this guy.
He's got 5 kills right now.
Isn't always on duel list. He's so insane on duel
My
list.
goodness, the morale now has to be feeling low. I want to see him get around where he's activated, where he's finding a little bit more success.
He's always just farming. He's always farming.
Brienne's, well, it won't be his round to do that. He's been shut down by Runner with an opening pick, and Vitality, they've got themselves at least an advantage in numbers, but they still have a few nasty positions to root out. Miniboo, inside of Lamps, this could be his chance.
The fight between the fades, and Trex is so patient. Miniboo is only going to manage the one, and now already that defusal has begun.
Hey, did they get it half before the molly?
Wait,
did the molly miss? Oh, molly missed.
Eventually they kill off the wingman, but it's
and
too
mollies are
too
missing
late.
out here as well.
Way too clean for a round.
Unless there was like a body block or something that I missed.
Now 3 away.
Miniboo lands a couple of clean blows. That was it. He was isolated and had his chance, and he capitalized on it, but the rest of the fight's lost, and there's not much you can do about that. Can't put all the weight on one man's
Yeah, maybe
shoulders.
someone headbutted it, man.
I guess it's Benji
It's really off, though.
with the sheriff.
It's a big headbutt. Oh, yeah.
Again, he's going to survive. This man doesn't seem to fear the fight, but Safe has gone down. It was exactly the same in the last half, where they managed to win the bonus round and then ended up losing to a weaker purchase. This one definitely has a bit more in terms of investment, but even still, the advantage still sits with Vitality for now. Kicks, fighting, winning those battles, has Sender alongside
I mean,
him,
there's just 3 of them so strong back of sight.
Now, as Vitality get closer and closer to Champions qualification.
I had a lot of questions for Vitality coming into this, and, well, it seems like I'm starting to run out. We're getting close to asking the last one. Morning or afternoon? Which flights would you prefer?
Well, the thing is, I know as well that Gorilla is probably going to watch back this demo and just be like, I know you didn't expect us to win Sunset.
Yeah,
well, of course we didn't. Of course we didn't.
Yeah, I don't think you can expect them to win this.
Especially with the vit-t
Understand how big a round it is. They decide to just go aggro. We can see both of these ults into this one.
Heretics have backed off completely.
I like this. He's not going to fire his ult as well. Doesn't want to let them know where he is. They create a lot of pressure, loads of question marks as to where they can be. See this guy looking to spawn. Wait, we're reactively sending it? Oh.
I'm not going to be able to leave. Not going to be able to get out of that smoke. That'll be one of the blast packs gone. However, Rientest still managed the opener. Kicks with a response, looking for a little bit more, but they hold the line. The Boo brothers strong.
Shout out to Boo here. I was wondering what the second hit was going to be like, but the Omen, sorry, the Brimalt was good.
Well, that snake bite.
Brimalt was good, and then they all decided to duel, but they only have to worry about like what, this little angle here, and they're swinging out into multiple angles. Like they're always going to win that.
After
this is nice, as long as they got through the wall early.
They do win themselves around, but the question is, do they have 5 more in them to equalize?
Well, that's it. Yeah, it is certainly
shots
a long road.
though.
We saw Heretics in a similar position on Sunset. They managed to make it close, got up to double digits, but
good news is Vitality didn't use their
actually coming into this, you know, the fact that we only end up 7-5 at the half, and it held up, but for Vitality, they have so many chances, so many credits as well. And sure, the Showstopper was used in the last, and for Heretics, a lot of ults are coming very close to being online. Miniboo could even have Showstopper of his own in this round. He certainly will for next. On Vitality, it's not quite the same story.
It's th-vit either drops down over towards long.
Punchy ults that you'll have on the attack. Slow play. Waiting for Vitality's aggression, expecting them to go pushing up, but they did that last round because they had a Showstopper. This time, much more passive face from this defensive side.
I like it. So they have protocols. Fade Eye obviously doesn't hit. They don't need to do any kind of molly. Fade Eye does hit, then they do the molly over towards long. Make sure for 100% it's a question mark created. So they can go back towards A, where there should be 2. But one of the 2 is Trex, who gets 3. And we're going to see Fischl.
Have the thrash available. Rian's desperately trying to find a place to use it.
And
Both
he's
going in. He might
detained
just get
on
caught
site,
because
right?
of it, but Boo has also
Wait,
found
Boo got a kill.
It's going to be left onto the IGL as he tries to escape. Boo looking to hold the line, but he's just not in a position
Just watching
to do
him the whole
anything.
time.
He wants
Molly
to try and
goes
play
in,
that
Wingman
post
gets
farm, but
half.
it will go to half. There's nothing he can do to deny that. And now with the time ticking away, 2 players still to find. They are just waiting for him to make a mistake, to make a move, and kicks too quick.
6 of them.
On the board for Vitality.
6 chances for them to go to champs.
To confirm their flight.
6 chances to lock in Korea. What an unbelievable journey this has been for the Vitality squad. They've had their troubles. They've had their ups and downs, let me tell you. But to get
this
to
wasn't even a
Korea
bad round from
Heretics.
Like, Heretics did so good. They did enough to create pressure over towards long and kept 3 people here. They literally hit A site when there's 2 there. Just the fact that this guy kills 3.
On the other hand. And it starts with a Viper's Pit and a Showstopper. Good ultimates to have,
6.
But you can't even just expend them here. I mean, you can, but you might want to keep them for future rounds. It's a long road, and one that you have to be tempered with. So you use up all of this util, all of these abilities. Heretics on their way to B. Already a bit of aggression. It's Kicks and Sender waiting there on long. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble.
Immediate Nightfall. That's 1 player killed. Sender's still standing, but only for a second.
Yeah, it's confusing comms coming in, probably.
Recharge that ult, picks up an orb, and the plant will come through. Trex already tagged up. This retake's not going to be easy.
Nice snake bite. Boo's forced into the corner. His HP is ticking down.
So the 2 are going to distract for safe to try and get a kill. Wait, whoa. Kind of doable.
And
Safe?
with Boo low, this could be very scary. In fact, Miniboo, he was decayed, but he's getting his HP back. A few points of it tipped off here. He's down to 6 and caught by
look
Trex.
at how well they're doing
with
this.
Boo low, this is getting very scary indeed. The IGL still able to put up 1, and Riens does his own work. It's safe, having to clutch this all the way. And Boo
that was still impressive.
Thrives in
That was still impressive. That
5 more for Heretics.
Yeah, dude, they look so stressed. That 3v4 was impressive, man.
Sit in that snake by the entire time, assuming that it would be certain doom to try and make it out of there, while it was expected, had to make the move.
Yeah, looks like he's going through it, man.
The most
Doesn't look great, man.
Once again, top of the board for his side, alongside Riens. There's still been a quieter day at the office for the likes of Wu. Someone with the highest of expectations after his
5 of them.
performance at Masters and throughout the previous split. Even still, though, many a chance, plenty of time for Vitality to just.
They're a little bit behind on ults.
But to say that wasn't a close one would be a lie.
Immediate aggression through the TPs. It's Wu to catch Sender, though.
Sender send it in to save Trex. Trex goes down, and this orb that was originally a Woot doesn't need to be picked up anymore because they got the kill.
Aggression, at least for a moment. But Safe might, doesn't look like he's caught the timing. Benji's still watching and still peeking, and there's the info locked in. Viper's Pit used by Vitality.
4v5 when one of you's low HP.
Towards the other side of the map, which is much lighter defended. And without any bathroom control, someone has to keep an eye on it. Be a 2-man setup on A, and a 2-man setup on B. They need to land their shots on the way through, or that Viper's Pit could secure the round for Heretics.
Even with the advantage, I wouldn't be overly surprised if we see the Nightfall expended by Woot. They just don't have the information to risk this one. Viper's Pit down. Or being used to try and just claim some of that space. Already,
Wall's going to go up.
Well, the hope will be
wingman.
denying it. It's
Getting
going to slow
wrecked
them down
here.
a little bit. There goes that Nightfall. Information garnered, but they will be able to stop the
Get
plant.
a bit of info. 20 seconds.
later.
Yeah.
Safe is now the
15
last line of
seconds,
defense
double
on this side.
hookah.
He's trying his best to deny that plant, but the Viper's pit should confirm it unless he has something crazy with the spam, and in fact, it's back the other way.
It looks now like that's enough. And Vitality are even conceding.
I would imagine Vitality call a timeout. It's still
6 in a row. Turns into 4 in a row
goes at it.
for Team Heretics with this round victory.
Especially as you see the ult here. Like, I think you need to make sure that these three don't waste their ults. Viper one, kind of okay, it's done.
The double digits.
Don't know how close Sender and Safe are, but
pulled a big round out. And again, players like Safe are still activated, still having his rounds. It's only a matter of time. At least it feels like that. Before Vitality will have that one to pulse it across the line. Nice shot by Boo. Big punish with runner left as the last man alive. And the credits are struggling on the defense. This might hurt their next buy.
It's an absolute shot at the end of this.
And yeah, it was the paranoia at the very start of the round by Sender, but he didn't catch a player on his left.
Yeah, kind of on a different page, those two. Sender wants to fight, Trex wants to get out of there.
Gorilla and Comet again
What?
going to be given a chance to try and talk this one through. Financially, probably not the best time to be taking a risk. But to say that Heretics are just going to go down without
As soon
a fight,
as they hit that molly,
well,
Vitality having none of it, especially as they got this ult, they got to be careful.
Might seem like a lot,
A little bit scared of the Brim ult here.
Bigger streaks of rounds than that. Many a time.
Runner, not at all scared of it though. Safe's done really good to get a kill.
Reveal is good. Trex is caught by a spam out from Rianz. Nice stuff.
The nice savey kill.
On Runner. Unlikely to see them push into that angle, knowing there's some weaknesses.
Runner hasn't fired his gun yet, but they're going to imagine it's like a Bucky or a Judge money-wise.
It's left down to, I guess, Sender. He was the only one
yeah.
with the right. Just a shorty that's trapped, and they very much know where that player is from the utility a little bit earlier. Confirmed here. And okay, they do push into him, but just to tickle him up, get him into the open. 33 HP now. And any second, he'll be going down. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Snakebite worked. It was supposed to go a little bit deeper. Lands his kill for it, and then gets
6 chances in half to 3.
9 to 12. 3 more for Heretics.
I mean, this was an eco. One was okay.
This is where the combo breaker came in before. Although I believe at that point there was still a bit more wiggle room. That was the difference, is that we were in a spot where Heretics still had an extra round to play with. Not this time. They need to double what they've just achieved, but we are starting to see some of the players come back up. As I said, Wu have been quiet. He's starting to move up that board. I think Boo's been fantastic alongside Rianz. And Safe has slowed down a little bit. I was talking about being 20 and 9. He's
1 away, 2 away.
That's
probably going to be the focus because they can't hit this. Vitalities, this is probably what the timeout was about. They go for something completely different. Full person push over towards B, 1. Holding over towards A, getting them info. Heretics literally did the best thing they could have done against this setup.
Heretics full control with their back completely sectioned off. All they have to do is look forward. Orbital strike in play for Boo as well. A big factor for this post plan. That's why he's gone back down on mid, and they're just harassing them.
That's right. Just want to focus on the fact that we don't want to see official. First of all, he's probably going to get Brim ulted. Second of all, they need to try and combo it when Safe has his ult.
To stop the diffuse and to make it even more difficult.
Yeah, they want to tap the spike early, try to get the Brim ult out of them.
Oh,
what the? Whoa! What? The first one was from Wingman, the second one was because he's defusing, third one, I don't know.
But the only danger in this server right now is Rianz. Trex, nowhere near the action, just trying to hold on to a gun.
The first two made sense, the third one, I don't know. That's ridiculous. Maybe I missed something.
I have to say, Rianz, I'm not sure what that one was. I don't know what you can do.
That Wingman, Implanter, then...
All of their kills were
what?
kills, and then Trex save.
When you do something like
What is that?
There is Rianz that
Oh
your
my.
opponents can do. Absolutely nothing. 2 chances now.
Dude, they didn't use Brimble.
They
didn't use Brimble. They didn't use Razor.
Starting to slip from their grasp. Showstopper,
Oh,
Orbital strike
oh
online
my
for the
God.
attackers as well. Thrash for Vitality. And well, Sander can rotate.
Yeah, they're going for the same thing again. 4-1.
A devastating way to see this fall out of their hands if Heretics actually manage to fight their way back up, push to an OT and send Vitality down
that's
below.
1-0 out of them at least.
Room between here and there. Oh, look who's threaded the needle. It's Runner up close. He's got one for his trouble. Traded out immediately.
Yeah, they managed to hold on to some control. Miniboo's not expecting tracks.
Okay, this is it. Here come the ults. Safe has his as well. They're going for it. Boo. Molly. Oh. He has a good amount of time to delay. Yeah, but can Omen kill him?
A little bit of a waste in the end.
This Omen duel is everything.
But bear in mind that orbital strike is still there. Bear in mind the guns
Molly missed.
still not there on the other side. And
Wood has killed 3. Oh my god, and then I think he realized that the Molly missed because he insta-ulted.
Spike not halved, and they know exactly where he is.
And Vitality went all in for it.
In fact, they are going to go check it, but at this stage, it should be too little too late. And even still, Benji will close it out.
Oh boy.
One more
Dude, big round for Woot. Yeah, get this boy smiling, man. He's been looking... He's been going through it this game.
One more round, and what a play by Woot.
And they use Fischl Razor. Like they got not too much. Oh, nice shots.
And capitalizing on all these players. In fact, if he did that a second earlier, they wouldn't have bothered wasting the orbital strike. They had a player to do all the work.
That's
that
why they didn't use it in the last round.
Okay, one last chance.
Well, you know, they might have expanded
they got none of them.
and indeed they won't have any ultimates to work with here.
And Heretics decide to go fast B when there's 2 here. How have they outcalled them so perfectly on these last rounds?
It's been a brawl. It's been a battle.
How has he got one?
At least gets one. That's something to play with. Keeps things even.
He's blinded up and there's 4 people spamming him.
Desperately trying to slow them down.
Whoa, Safe's a lunatic.
He's trying to sprint in to help his teammate out, but Woot's going to ruin him with that shorty. Safe, as said, he was 20 and 9, now 21 and 17. He has gone quiet.
Tender has Omen Flash to enable these guys to get out. At the moment, they would tank 3-person Omen Flash.
Yeah. 1 and 8
but he has no idea.
It's not a pretty look. He was activated, but now shut down. So is Woot, though. Here we go. Team Heretics losing some players. Benji Fishy just to answer back up on the center, but here, a big response from Vitality, leaving it on to Safe. He slowed down, but this could be his chance. The time is going to be a huge factor. Stepping in during the molly. Just 1 bullet needed, and there it is.
That's insane. That is insane. 6 chances, just fully done.
12 to 12, overtime locked in. And
6 of them.
With 6 chances to lock in Korea.
Oh my goodness.
But they've still got a chance to fight. It's not over yet.
Oh man, dude, there's so many people that look stressed every time we go to them.
Shattered. Heretics, the demons that will keep Vitality awake all night long.
Oh no, boss.
And that's the thing, this means everything to every member on the stage. But as said at that moment, if there was any point,
no longer theirs. We're neck and neck. Heretics on the defense.
And so, are we just gonna double orb default plant?
They'll need to show us that face. Orb taken by kicks. Presumably, we're gonna see a long wrap around.
Yeah, Heretics have gotta to be on top of this though. They can at least press tab. They can look and be like, "Well, X just picked up an orb."
And it hasn't been taken. That orb, not grabbed by Benji Fishy.
Not worth the risk.
Around like this.
Much slower.
Oh, they're going back.
Stance for Vitality.
Wonder if they go back once they see that the orb's here.
Think about how many times we saw them
take over the showers
and try and use that in the post-spawn. I do think
a bit of pressure over towards long as we can see. It does actually push Boo over.
Worked for them so many times. Boo, though, maybe taking the bait. He's going to go over a little bit earlier. That might actually be an additional smoke put down just to try and defend off.
Does Boo over? Yeah.
Instead, they're now making their move onto A.
Remember Jan's flash B long 10 seconds ago. They know now that there's no one there. It has to be the A hit. They're ready for it, but Woot's still the first to fall. Trex and Safe are answering up. Vitality needs some hope, and it looks like they're the ones to deliver it.
Boys tanking a little bit of that.
Down Safe, it's worth it. They've taken the space. Runner and Trex both low. The utility damage is pretty massive, and Heretics have thrived in these positions because of it. But without Mini Boo and without Woot, this is a big challenge for the squad.
The defuse, no smokes though.
And shots need to hit.
Paranoia thrown through. 2 players here under pressure.
Wow, Benji is a hero. Jumps out so his teammate can trade 50 HP, 26 HP.
And the time is going to be ticking. I assume he's going to retrieve the wingman, but there just isn't time. Already peeking out
okay,
one by
nicely
one,
done
and
from
they
these
take
two.
those fights.
Right,
They
you want
take
another
the
go at it?
round. The combo breaker for Vitality, and once again, they have another match and series point.
Oh, they are back in the game. Vitality. If they lose this one, I actually don't have faith. If they lost the last one, I didn't have faith in them being able to bounce back into OT. After losing 6 rounds in a row, what would have been 7. And you go
That's
right
how it
back to
happens.
that same
It's okay.
position.
They won the round.
But here, getting it done with Runner 50 HP, with Trex on 26. They dig deep when they need it. One more, a solution on the defense. They had it. All those first couple defensive rounds, Heretics looked lost. They couldn't find space. They couldn't find picks. But now, well, their history is 6 in a row. Let's see if they can make it 7 on the attack and bring us to another overtime.
It's definitely the side where they've looked more confident. There's no doubt about it. Be it attack side rounds or playing their defense rounds as retakes, it kind of shows that they like taking the site and not so much holding on to it.
And to see their protocol come into play here.
Vitality
Actually do something to own them a little bit, because yeah, they normally fade eye. If it hits, then they molly. This one didn't hit, and then with that, they normally hit over towards A. This time they re-clear instantly. I say instantly. A little bit slow. There should be 3 people here. They could fast flood. We'll see if the Omen takes TP.
Still neck and neck, still equal. Sees through, doesn't land much. These players actually looking to fight. Team Heretics are upping the pace, trying to spam through that choke point. Already ahead of it was safe.
Why do they not know about the Omen?
A little bit of that is decay, and it will bring him right back. Sender, a little whiffy at the start, but he gets there with Trex up in heaven. It looks like Vitality might just be seconds away from closing this. They have to be careful of Rian's. He wasn't cleared in the corner, and he manages to find one.
Oh, it's scary.
Thrash. Which way does he go? The right way, but a little bit shallow. Kicks is still ready to fight.
Oh my God.
The shot now going to be
oh boy, they actually did it. They actually did it, man. Okay, Vitality secured K-Corp out. What an absolute game this was.
It is a first time for many different things. For a lot of these players, their first time making it to Korea.
For K-Corp.
The first time making it to champions as well.
Rough way to watch it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, Safe deserved this though. Look at how well he played.
And on Bind, it was an uphill battle for the side of Vitality. And when they lost that many rounds in a row, the expectation was that it would slip away.
That was a banger game.
But in the moments they needed it most, players stepped up. And well, credit has to be given across the